What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 10 of Rebuilding Chelsea here in Football Manager 2017. And before we get into this episode, you may notice something different about my voice. I'm not very well at the moment. I've had a sore throat for about the last 3 or 4 days, along with a headache, various other little bits. But I can't not record videos at this point. My voice is better than it has been. I will apologise in advance and say that I know I sound absolutely awful, and if you don't watch this episode, I don't really blame you. But anyway, let's get into today's game, and it is against Norwich. I do want to keep this episode relatively short just because my voice probably will give out at any moment. So the last time out we played Leicester, and since then we've gone on a fantastic run of form. 4 league games, 4 wins, 4 very tough games as well. The players are performing outstandingly. I kind of want to start with that actually before we have a look at these fixtures in a little bit more detail. But the team as a whole has played just superb. You can see here Lukaku has 6 goals in 5 games. Odegaard 5 goals in 5 games. Rashford has got a hat-trick in 4 games. I think he just got 1 hat-trick actually in a league game thinking about it. Anoma has got 2 goals in 2 games. And Theo Walcott, 4 assists for him out on the right-hand side. A player who I didn't think would be in the first team really that much this year. I thought he'd probably be a good option on the bench, bring him on if we need a goal. He's really made a mark out on the right hand side. His pace has terrorised defenders coming on off the bench, but he has started to start more frequently. So anyway, let's have a look at these games, and as I said, just great results all the way around. It actually started off with a 3-1 win against Man City, Martin Odegaard with a hat-trick, and it was off the back of this and a few other performances which I kind of decided I had to offer this guy a new contract. He is the highest earner at the club now on a 5-year deal. There was talk of him leaving to go to Juventus. Various other clubs were sniffing around. I couldn't afford to lose the 19-year-old. Off the back of a hat-trick against Man City, it kind of swung me into thinking I've got to offer him a new deal. You can see so far in 5 games, an 8.42 average rating for him in the Premier League. Just absolutely outstanding. It was a really good game, and to be honest, we've been playing really, really nice football throughout this. Anyway, the next result we had was a 5-0 win against Port Vale. They had a man sent off. Delph actually got sent off as well, despite scoring the opening goal for us. All the goals coming in the first half, relatively straightforward, nothing kind of too crazy to talk about really, in that it was just a good win over a lower kind of league opposition. The next game we had against Liverpool was a pretty interesting one. As you can see, it all kind of sparked into life really in the second half. At half time, Liverpool were 1 goal up, but we performed very, very well in this game. I will get the close camera on so we can actually see what's going on here. But we fought back. We fought back very, very bravely as well. I believe it was 2-2, and we got 2 late goals. But as a whole, just this run of form has been rather unprecedented. I know I said last episode I was going to do the Southampton game. I'm actually doing the Norwich game today, as it's kind of a middle fixture between the start of the season and when we next play Manchester City. And I figured that the game against Man City was probably, I don't want to say Man United, and I kind of felt like that Man United game is going to be more important now just because they're at the top of the table. And also, if I live-com the United game, what slots in nicely after that is a game against Spurs, of course, our former club. Anyway, as I said, just the 1 goal in the first half. It really sprung into life, though, this game in the second. We played well for a lot of this game, and I feel like you can see here the stats were fairly even. We just took a lot of the chances that came our way. Our average rating was superb, our pass completion fantastic, and as you can see here, we were knocking around the ball really, really well. Lukaku, I believe, caps off this move, but it's just nice, patient passing play, ripping apart Liverpool, and then it's a beautiful finish by Romelu, the Belgian, and he's been banging in goals for us. He got, I think, 2 in this game. So anyway, it was 1-1. Martin Odegaard stepped up, hit the woodwork. Will Hughes with the rebound. Nice little goal for him. Still regularly playing for England. And actually, we have an unexpected player making an appearance for England in our side, who I will talk about shortly. But yeah, a bit of a surprise there. Either way, you'll notice that Theo Walcott is now on at this point. This was one of the first games where he really stood out and really shone for me and kind of convinced me perhaps he was worthy of a starting spot. As you can see, Origi getting an equaliser, making it 2-2 after 82 minutes. It's been a great game, but at this point I was thinking, well, a point would be okay. But we fought back well. Martin Odegaard scored another free kick. That was his 4th goal of the season. I think that was his 5th goal. No, it was his 4th goal of the season. It was, because of course he got the hat-trick against Man City, so that was number 4. He has had 1 more since then. And as you can see here, straight from kickoff, we went up and we scored again. It was a nice passing move again. Lallana playing out on the left-hand side has been really impressive. Theo Walcott here, though, using his pace, burning his man, crosses it in. Lukaku near post header. Lovely goal, lovely win, really nice kind of passes, really nice moves, and we took the goals that came our way. Anyway, the next game we scored against Huddersfield was a really, really good performance. As you can see here, in this game, Rashford, I decided to play up top. I decided to drop Lukaku. It's a bit harsh considering he got 2 in the previous game against Liverpool. However, I felt like Marcus Rashford could definitely do a job against Huddersfield, and I kind of identified the fact they did have a slightly slower defence. And as you can see, off the back of that, Theo Walcott, 2 goals, 2 assists, Rashford, 3 goals, Martin Odegaard getting another goal, Charlie Musonda as well with an assist, 2 assists for Kyle Walker, who's had a really good start to the season, and 6-0, a good little performance really. Anyway, the next game we had against Bournemouth, we won 2-1. It wasn't the most convincing of games, but we got a late goal, we got a late winner. Dwight Gale actually pulled Bournemouth equal in the 65th minute, and to be honest, going into the last 10 or so minutes, it was still a very open, even game. The fact that we managed to take the chance that came our way was massive. Obviously, again, Lukaku getting some really important goals kind of to bail us out in this match. Christensen with the ball in. Oh no, it was nodded back by Walcott. That was a lovely finish. I really like that passing move. There was more to that at the beginning, but just the way that Walcott was able to just nod the ball back into the danger area was really, really impressive. Anyway, as you can see here, Dwight Gale did hit us on the break. It was a nice move, to be fair, but carved open our defence, slotted it home well. Rajkovic perhaps should have done a little bit better. That was his 3rd goal of the season. But in the 85th minute, well, Lukaku came up big, and it was just a good goal, really. You can see Bournemouth very, very close to scoring there, but we went up the other end and we performed well. This was another game, actually, where, as you can see, Bournemouth had more clear-cut chances, more half chances. Rajkovic did great in goal, and, when the opportunities came our way, kind of Lukaku took them and Walcott took them, and that's been a recurring theme, I guess you could say, throughout this run of fixtures. Obviously, great start to the season, especially considering we slipped up against Leicester on the opening day, although we did go down to 10 men. But since then, it really has been impressive by the entire team, and I thought top 6 was going to be ambitious, if I'm honest, this year, but given how well some of our players have played, I'm very optimistic that we can do that this year now. Anyway, you can see here against Wolves, we did win 2-1 in the EFL Cup. Nothing really too much to say about that. It was a fully rotated side. In terms of transfer news, you'll notice Eric Bailey, the Ivory Coast centre-back. We've got him on loan from Manchester United. He just offers a little bit of strength in depth, really. That's the only reason he's in the club. Just nice to have a backup centre-back who's fairly kind of confident. I mean, we've got Iorfa, who we can definitely play at centre-back, but without him, we're a little bit bare. I guess you could argue Joe Gomez can slot in there, but he's not kind of an incredible centre-back as Joe Gomez. His development, to be honest, has been somewhat disappointing since he joined us last year. So yeah, amazing start to the season. The whole team's just performing well. It's just kind of clicked. I mentioned the fact we had a surprise England kind of appearance. That was for Joshua Anoma. Now, I don't know who decided to draft him up for England, but he's been great for us last year. He was a consistent player in the Championship. This year he's played the 1 game and got the 1 assist. But no, I'm delighted to see this guy actually getting a chance for England, because he's an interesting centre mid in terms of the fact he's just very, very well rounded and versatile. He can obviously play centre attacking mid, but in the centre mid role he's very good. As you can see, very well suited to playing kind of a roaming playmaker role. He's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none in a lot of ways, but 21 years old, the fact that he's playing for England is obviously going to be fantastic for his development. And he's, if we just look at the national team, one of a few players who are now in the national team playing for us, which is always nice. Of course, Kyle Walker, Theo Walcott and Lallana, players we all signed over the summer, also making appearances in this side. So anyway, my voice is already starting to go. I should probably get into today's game. It's going to be against Norwich. It's going to be at home. It'd be very typical of Football Manager if we now somehow manage to screw up this result, given how good our start to the season's been. As you can see, looking at the league table, a win here would see us go top. In terms of the league table, I do want to just show you it real quick. It's a little bit strange, because we have scored a lot of goals, but defensively, we've conceded 7. It's not been great defensively compared to teams around us, but we've scored more goals than everyone else, and we've played a game less than Manchester United, who have scored just 1 goal less than us with that extra game. So we are kind of top goal scorers, but our defence a little bit leaky, so perhaps expect some goals today. In terms of our team, we're going to go with Rajkovic in goal. The Serbian has been very, very good for us. Nathan Ake come back into the side since he was sent off on the opening day and has kind of redeemed himself, looking like he could be very good for us this year. Kyle Walker, 7.66 average rating for him, the right back, slotted into the team beautifully since joining in the summer. In the centre of defence, we of course go with Chris Smalling and Zuma, these two players, yet to get a understanding fully going. I mean, their average ratings are still very, very good, but just the fact we're conceding as many as we are is a little bit of kind of, I guess, a cause for concern. Christiansen's doing well in the centre mid position. It's actually a position he struggled a little bit with playing in the Championship last year, but so far in 4 games he's impressed me. Will Hughes alongside him in the deep line playmaker role. 1 goal, no assists for the deep line playmaker, but with so much of the action going on in the final third, he's very much responsible for kind of the pass before the assist. Anyway, out on the left hand side for today's game, it's not going to be Rashford, it's going to be Martin Odegaard. Now, he can't naturally really play left mid. As you can see, he's competent in the role, but at the same time, he's got the attributes to play there. He can play there. He's left-footed. Down the middle, we're going to play Lallana. There is actually an argument, I guess, to suggest I could swap Lallana and Odegaard around. I'll tell you what, we'll do that, because that just puts them in slightly more comfortable positions, and both these players are capable of playing the 2 roles here. They can interchange, which is kind of nice. So yeah, we'll go with Lallana as the advanced playmaker. Before this year, I've always had this weird stigma, I guess, in Football Manager that players who aren't fast shouldn't play out wide. But with this system, with Lallana not really playing as an inside forward or winger and playing as an advanced playmaker, I've been able to get quite a lot out of him playing out wide despite his lack of pace. I think the fact he's either-footed obviously benefits him, but also the fact he's got Ake on the overlap as well as so much movement around him. He's never really struggled to pick out a pass, and when he does need to run with the ball, he's been very capable of carrying it for us. Anyway, Odegaard centre attacking mid, new contract, 5 goals already this season, hoping for a good performance from him today. Out wide on the right, we go with Marcus Rashford. He played well when I gave him a chance against Huddersfield, getting a hat-trick. That was playing as a striker rather than as an inside forward, but it's a position and role he's very comfortable in playing, and he's had a good start to the year. Up top, we go with Lukaku, hit the ground running, done everything I wanted and needed him to do as a new addition to our squad. 6 goals, 1 assist in just 5 games, one of which was on off the bench as well. An 8.12 average rating for him so far. On the bench, we have got options with the likes of Theo Walcott, Ross Barkley, Czerny, Anoma, Delph, Sessegnon and Iorfa. Worth noting that Kelechi Iheanacho currently out with a broken ankle. Quite a severe injury. He did it while sprinting on international duty. Now, I don't know how you break your ankle while sprinting. I guess if you turned on it funny maybe, but either way he's out for 6 to 7 weeks. That's a little bit of a miss. I guess it's been fortunate in a lot of ways that Walcott has been performing so well and Czerny's played fairly well when we've called upon him too. Part of me wants to play Walcott now ahead of Rashford, but Rashford in his last 5 games has got the better average rating. We'll have Walcott as an option on off the bench if we need to. He's the kind of player who can really unlock defences in the dying embers of games just because of his pace. So the teams are warming up. Hopefully we can have a good performance. Hopefully my voice holds out. I appreciate you guys persevering with me. Honestly, I hate how my voice sounds at the moment. It's really bad. It's so scratchy. It sounds like I'm going through puberty perhaps. I know there's probably going to be people who take audio clips from this video, as people do. But no, there's not a lot I can do. I've been sat around with this voice for a few days, like thinking, I can't really do a video. It's been worse than this. But I'm running short on uploads. So I have got to actually sit here and commentate despite my voice sounding absolutely awful. I am actually going to change the goal replay camera, I think, for this series to close rather than behind goal. When it's behind goal, I feel like that some of the animations don't kind of hold up, and particularly the goalkeeper ones sometimes look a little bit dodge. Whereas on close camera, I think you get a good overview of goals still. Perhaps you don't feel quite as involved in the action, but it allows you to see a little bit more of the build-up play and get a better idea of depth. I feel like when you're behind the goal camera, it's difficult to see what's super close and what's far away sometimes. So yeah, we're going to make that change. We'll see how it holds up. Maybe I'll change back. Who knows? Going back to kind of my FM16 preferences, however, with the close camera. Anyway, early on, Norwich had that half chance. You can see we've had 3 half chances of our own, and Martin Odegaard, he adds his 6th goal of the season. It's why we're paying him so much. It's not the first free kick he's scored this year either, and that is his 6th goal of the season. We move up to top with that, and well, how far out was that? 20 yards, up and over the wall. It's fairly central, straight into the top corner. You don't stop them, and well, That is why we've given him a contract extension, and I didn't want kind of Juventus, Barcelona or Real Madrid snapping him back up. Martin Odegaard, what a finish that was by him. And, well, you can't complain one little bit. A goal up, we've had a lot of half chances. I mean, that free kick wasn't even a half chance, but it was taken. Lovely goal. And, well, we're on the attack again here. Lallana, Lukaku is open down the middle. Also, Ake on the overlap, perhaps. Lallana, he's not got the pace, but he's got the technical ability to hold on to the ball. Unfortunately, the ball by Ake, not ideal. And now it's going to be Barini bringing the ball forward. Nice tackle by Kyle Walker, though. Read the play well. Will Hughes up to Lukaku. Basong intercepts, but we still have the ball here. Lallana, Martin Odegaard, already 1 goal to his name. Can he pull it back? He can. Lukaku's there. It's a beautiful passing goal. It's exactly what we want to see from our team. The movement was superb. The passing was superb. The build-up play, delightful. And, well, the finish at the end of it was just cool, calm and collected. Didn't have to hit it with too much power. Martin Odegaard sucks 3 men into him, squeezes the ball by, and Lukaku just rolls it. He just directs it where it needs to go, into the opposite corner. 20 minutes gone. And, well, we look like we should be continuing on our march up the league. Of course, this is not the hardest game. Norwich did avoid relegation last year. They are currently, I think, 17th or 18th, so they're not a great side by any means. As I said, it was just kind of one of those fixtures which slotted in nicely between the previous episode against Leicester and the game against Manchester United, as we have got a run of fairly kind of fixtures coming up. Either way, Barini turns his man. Rajkovic, nice little stop by him. Norwich, they've had chances. They've had chances, so we have got to be wary of them. And they are going to have a set piece here, although Rashford deals with it well at the near post. Lallana gets it away. Can we counter? No, we can't. 30 minutes gone, though. We're in control of the game. Norwich have actually edged possession, but our pass completion's been good at 81% at the moment. We've had the more opportunities, the more chances. If we could add a few more throughout this game, that would obviously be great for our goal difference. We beat Huddersfield 6-0. More of those kind of results would be useful. And, well, another Lukaku hat-trick wouldn't go underappreciated. Zuma, Lukaku, Christensen, Hughes. Not a lot of space here, but the passing superb. Unfortunately, tackled away. And, well, maybe Norwich will now look for the counter-attack. Diego Alves, the Brazilian, in goal. He's out wide to Dallas, who's going to bring the ball forward. Will Hughes, though, just steals the ball off him, and we have the ball again, and we can begin to pass into the space. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful. And Lukaku at the end of it, he absolutely smashes it. The keeper parries it out for a corner. It was too hot to handle. We look great. I don't want to kind of toot my own trumpet. Is that even an expression? I don't know. I think it is. But I don't want to go on about our team too much, but the passing play this year has been superb. There was a risk, I think, that when we played against the bigger teams in the Premier League, it might not hold up. It worked in the Championship because we were a better team. We've added some strength to the side this year, some experience. Obviously, this style of play ingrained in the players who remain in the squad from last year. And, well, it's worked so far this year, and it's working again. Nathan Ake down this left-hand side whips it in, cleared away. Will Hughes from range. No, Lukaku from in the box. Finds the back of the net. Same spot he hit the ball last time. More power on it this time. His 8th goal of the season. Lukaku came in with a big price tag. I wanted a Premier League goal scorer. I wanted a Premier League striker. Someone with pace. Someone with physicality. Someone capable of playing up top on their own. And it's Lukaku with the goal, Odegaard with the assist, but like I mentioned when I was doing the squad rundown, it's Will Hughes with the pass before the assist. It's something that happens very frequently. It's an underappreciated stat, I feel like. But a 3-0 at half-time, really can't complain. Odegaard, 2 assists and a goal, probably my man of the match at the moment, but Lukaku going to be sniffing out his hat-trick in the second half. Maybe he can get it. I feel like there's almost a degree of pressure on him to get it at this point. We've been superb, though. Possession slightly more in our favour early on in this second half, although it is very, very slightly. Our pass completion's been superb this game. 82%. I mean, Norwich's hasn't been bad, to be fair, either. But we've created so many opportunities, and hopefully we can just continue to do that going into this second half. 15 minutes gone now of this second half. No more chances. I say that. There is one. Odegaard whips it in. Ball dealt with by Norwich. Can they hit us on the counter now? That's probably going to be their best chance of getting a goal. But you can see already our back four gets back well. And well, we're coming forward with the ball again. Christensen, Will Hughes, Rashford. Inside to Odegaard. Lukaku's through. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's Lukaku with a hat-trick. It's his 4th goal. And, well, you can't complain about that. His 9th goal of the season. It's 4-0 here. It's just such great, intricate passing play. It's so crowded in this area. I mean, if you just pause it, you've got Norwich's back 4 playing so narrow. You've got their 4 in midfield. In fact, no, 5 in midfield. all within pretty much the width of the 5-yard box. So what's that, like 25 yards that they're within here? And we just managed to craft out an opportunity, find the passes. It's a great through ball by Martin Odegaard. And, defensively, Norwich have decided to sit all their men behind the ball. They've just not applied the pressure that they've needed to when we've had the ball in those areas. They've been caught chasing shadows. And, it's another good performance. It's another good game. I'm going to actually take off, I think, Lallana and Rashford. I'm going to bring on the 18-year-old Ryan Sessegnon out on the left-hand side. And then bring on Theo Walcott at inside forward. Not to say our wingers have had bad games, but a lot of our goals have come down the middle from Odegaard and Lukaku obviously scoring. So we'll make those changes out wide. As I say that, Barini scores. The clean sheet's gone, as I kind of alluded to earlier. Defensively, there's stuff to work on still. We seem to get caught out a little bit more often than I'd like. It's a nice finish by Barini at the near post. Maybe the keeper should do better, but at the same time, I can't really fault the team performance, can I, at 4-1, given the nature of how we've played. Possession has continued to kind of stretch in our favour as this half's gone on. Be interesting to see if kind of the men out wide, Sessegnon and Theo Walcott, obviously both young English players, can kind of have the desired impact in this game. Two very pacey players, two players capable of kind of coming on and changing games when we need them to. Not really needed as game changers today. As Zuma, he makes it 5-1. I'm going to make my last change here. Will Hughes struggling for fitness. I'm going to bring in Joshua Anoma. Obviously, I mentioned the fact that he is now playing for England. He got his first cap. Is it a little bit premature for Anoma? Perhaps a little bit. I was surprised he got one because he hasn't actually played that much first-team football for us this year since we got promoted. But he's still a very, very good player. Either way, Zuma adds to his goal tally. I think he got 10 goals last year as centre-back in the Championship. I can't quite see him having a season like that this year. But, we'll see how he gets on as the season progresses. But it's a nice goal for him. Smalling with a nice little assist as well. It's 5-1. It's good for our goal difference. It's not quite the 6-0 against Huddersfield yet, but there's time. I shouldn't kind of criticise the team early. I'm just going to give them a quick encouragement. Keep playing the way we're playing. 5 minutes left. Don't take your foot off the gas. But, I think the job is done at this point. A fantastic performance by the entire team. A great display. Some really nice goals. Great crafted out opportunities. Great to see Odegaard continuing to reward kind of the faith, I guess, I put in him by offering him a new contract. And we're on the attack again. It's blocked. Sessegnon scores. 18 years old. I think that might be his first ever goal for the club. It is. What a time to get it. I mean, it's not exactly a memorable moment, but for him to get it off the bench is great. And when I say what a time, I mean because he's 18. The ball just peppered at the goal. Diego Alves, defensive howler. And Sessegnon, he just sneaks in. A very good player. I still don't know if with Sessegnon, if I'm going to play him at left back or left mid. I'll just show you his stats real quick. He's just a bit of an enormity. He starts off at Fulham in game. You've probably seen him go for a fair bit of money because he's a very good player this year in FM. But 18 years old, 11 under 21 caps. No goals for them because he's playing left back. Defensively, he's okay, but going forward, he's very, very capable. 16 composure, 12 off the ball. Physicals are out of this world. Great potential. And, fantastic to see him get his first ever goal for the club too. Either way, referee's whistle should go any second now. And it does go. Perfect. Right on cue. 6-1 it finishes. Great attacking display. Kind of very similar to the Huddersfield game in a lot of ways. Just a shame that we couldn't preserve a clean sheet. And 24 goals scored in 6 games. We're averaging 4 goals a game right now early on in the season. And we do go top of the table. Lukaku with another hat-trick to add to his collection. Obviously came in for a lot of money. £25 million. 9 goals in 6 games so far. Superb by Lukaku. Can't complain one little bit. Anyway, as I said, next episode, guys, will be against Manchester United. You can probably tell my voice is almost completely gone after just talking for, 25 minutes here. I do hope you guys enjoyed. I apologise for my voice yet again. It's not ideal. I know I'm sick. I know I sound terrible. But I need to get videos done. I'm away soon for a weekend, so I need videos over that period of time. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, smash the like button. Feel free to comment on how stupid my voice sounds. I know it's absolutely awful right now. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.